right, it's 11 o'clock on the dot. What's going on, guys? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, energy drink, coffee, whatever it may be, Dojo or coffee. Or if you don't like caffeine, get some water, get some whatever Bang energy drink, well, that it has caffeine. Anyways, point being, go over some crypto, and we talk. That's pretty much it. Good morning, everybody that's hanging out and catching up so far. As I normally do, I like to entertain the live streams, want to be a little bit more interactive with them. But for all my future viewers that watch this later on, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I do have an announcement that I need your help with, right? Okay, so just like in the past, I need help kind of tagging various crypto miners who are interested in joining me. I'm going to be gathering everybody for a meeting prior to the merge. I'm still trying to nail down a date and time. I have tags some people, but I can't reach everybody. And I want them to come in general. I do have confirmations from in the past, but before the merge, we're going to be hosting a Twitter Spaces meeting. So keep an eye out for that. I could only schedule 2 weeks in advance, so we have to wait a little bit, probably like late August, early September for the Twitter Spaces. And then two, we're going to be having kind of like what we did with EIP 1559. All the various content creators, people that I've known that have been in the space for quite some time, will be gathering. Newcomers are welcome as well to talk about the merge and, you know, mining in general, the state of mining. I know many of you have questions as to what's going to happen in the future, and we've all done our respective videos on it. But this meeting to me is very important to get the miners collectively together, because this kind of, I don't want the same behaviors that happens in the trading investing space to be in the mining space, right? We're a community. There needs to be more of a brotherhood, sisterhood, unison type front presented, and you know, I don't want any. I would like to see everybody unified, but I know everybody's got their own varying opinions, and we're all welcome to it. So we'll see how things shape up. But I will be trying to get a proper meeting, one for YouTube, one for Twitter. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow me. And if you would like to see your favorite content creators in the mining space join that meeting, tell them to get in touch with me. Tweet at them. You know how to find me. Otherwise, the market, well, started to do pretty well this week, and obviously dipped down a little bit before the weekend. Ethereum is at 12.48. Bitcoin almost near 21K. A few green, but none too crazy in the dark green. Some of the altcoins are lesser altcoins in the deep green, but beyond that, nothing too substantial. The biggest news of all, obviously, is that the shadow fork, the ninth shadow fork, I believe is everything is going to plan, right? The testnet merge hard fork, like the Celcius hard fork, focuses on two small changes that need to happen when the Ethereum merge eventually occurs on the main protocol. During the ninth shadow fork, developers focus primarily on testing updates and releasing, and the releases used to in the recent Celcius hard fork, but are more intensive on a more intensive network. So we got some positive things. Basically, they set a TTD, and it was kind of overridden because there was a significant amount of hash rate that kind of picked up. So it kind of went a little bit earlier than expected, but nothing too crazy. They say here, you know, there seems to be a minor spike in a hash rate that sped up things a bit. However, there were no problems that were attributed to the TTD being hit earlier. All the nodes are ready, except for a few syncing nodes. So it's a good sign that even when TTD is hit much earlier than expected, the network works as expected. Of course, as we move forward, we had the merge meeting. There was some notes, and it's cool that Twitter allows this function now, extended notes, instead of being limited to so many characters. We got some extended notes. That meeting, they went over outcomes from mainnet Shadow Fork 9, which all in all was fairly positive. A few things that they need to iron out. Preparations for the mainnet activation on the Gorel testnet. potential mainnet merge activation timing process, and updates around the MEV boost. So those are some of the meeting notes. Most I have in the description already, or you can easily find it at the GitHub agenda. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and copy that, put it in the live stream. And let me say good morning to everybody real quick, and we'll get back to the rest of the news. Good morning, Gandalf Gray, Ricardo, Automatic Beats, Black Cat Crypto, Magic Lucky, Rud Puts, Max Voltage, good morning to you, sir. Jay Bohannon, and Forever Metalhead. I love that name. And get back on what we got going on. So as you can see, I kind of stole, sorry Decrypt, kind of stole your Ethereum symbol. You know what's funny? The Vulcan symbol looks eerily similar to the Ethereum symbol. You see that? Not exactly, right? If they continued the bottom part here, it looks very eerily similar to the Ethereum's symbol. But anyways, Decrypt, I borrowed your logo here in the thumbnail for today's video. Please forgive me. But Ethereum devs pencil in a September date for merge. Now, this is a soft date or a tentative date. Things could go ahead of time. Things can go a little bit behind. But mid-September is something that we talked about before. We could see here on this tweet from, and a number of people mentioned it, right? A number of people mentioned it and put out, announced 28th, 29th, Prater Bellatrix on the 8th of August, Gorilla Merge on the 11th, ACD 18 August plan mainnet merge, Bellatrix early September, merge 2 weeks later. So basically, after we see Bellatrix and everything's good to go, and then the I guess you could say, Max, would you say, how do I say this word right here? Georli, and Gorilla. Anyways, it could be more aggressive in places, could have off-schedule ACD and set mainnet TTD earlier. All would be subject to the Gorilla merge not blowing up. So if the Gorilla merge goes well, Bellatrix goes well, we should be on time for a merge date in September. Now, if you're new to the channel, we've been talking about this for quite some time. I've been specifically shooting for this range. I was August, September, but then as I saw things go on, as I would listen to the calls, I saw that there were a couple of key areas that needed to be addressed. They weren't covering it. Then somebody actually spoke up and started talking about it. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, many others who actually wanted to emphasize certain key points that we were concerned about. I'm happy somebody's looking into it. And basically, once I started seeing, things kind of, I still don't know the background data, right? I still don't know what's going on with OpenSea, all the major contenders out there, all the major applications and platforms that run on Ethereum. What is their checklist? What's going on? Can they confirm that everything's good? From the sounds of it, it does, but I don't have any data. There's no transparency there for us to see, okay, this went well, this went well, this went well for OpenSea. This went well, but this didn't go well for this platform or this program or Uniswap or whatever. We can't see that. So I don't have that back-end data, but from the sounds of it, people are calling out certain things that we were concerned about. They've been working with various platforms and partnerships to make sure that everything's squared away. And honestly, if you're not ready by now, if you're a platform running on the Ethereum mainnet, if you're not ready by now, what's going to happen is the merge will move forward. And if there's an issue, a glitch, a problem, you'll deal with it after the merge actually happens. So you want to be ahead of the game. You want to be working with the ETH devs. You want to be working with team members to make sure that your platform is working as intended. Obviously, more focus goes on the bigger platforms rather than the smaller ones, so the little guys get left out. But it seems everything is moving along, and so we got September as the date. So originally, again, real quick, I'll show you what I was talking about. This wasn't too long ago, but let me go ahead and mute myself and turn on the desktop audio. If we see the hash rate dropping, we could pull the merge further. So if the hash rate dips significantly, they could flip the switch and move forward with the merge sooner than the timetable that they allowed. But however, I think the timetable that they have preset of July-ish, I think is going to be delayed, as I've been calling for in the past couple of videos, to maybe August, September. At the latest, September, October. That's my theory and my opinion only. So as you can see, even with Bitsby tripping, even with a number of others, it was originally August, September, I knew the whole thing for July that people were calling for, content creators were calling for, was not going to be hit. But as things progress, as I got a little bit more confirmation, a little bit more confidence in the ETH devs, I changed my pitch from September to September, October. It looks like September, but again, they can go a little bit earlier. They can go a little bit behind. So that's why this meeting date is very important to me, because if we schedule it, the weekend prior to the week of the merge, the merge could happen before that if we hit the TTD early, if a number of other factors and key metrics are reached. So maybe I need to go a little bit ahead of that, maybe end of August, early September, just in case. And then obviously they can go a little bit behind that. But the biggest thing is you guys, right? What is your availability, right? Max Voltage, Red Panda Mining, Bitsby Trippin, Voss Coin, Brandon Coin. What is your availability? And obviously others that I can't go through everybody's name. The space has grown so much. So I'm working on that. I need just the community's help in tagging them, making sure they're aware, making sure they get in touch with me. But moving on, what is the Ethereum Merge not dealing with, right? The biggest misconception about the Ethereum Merge is that it will not immediately decrease gas fees. This will come later in 2023 with sharding. And this has been going on since what? EIP 1559? Thank you, Max Voltage. Gorley. All right, Gorley. All right. Max Voltage has a number of videos talking about the misconception of EIP 1559 and trying to educate people. Very knowledgeable in the space, Max Voltage, by the way. If you haven't followed them, you should definitely check them out. But it didn't address gas fees. Gas fees obviously are down compared to where they used to be, so I'm not going to complain. But the merge itself will not address it. So it's going to take some time. The three immediate impacts of the ETH merge are as follows. One, finalize the transition from proof of work to proof of stake, obviously. Replacing energy-intensive miners with validators, 2,000% more efficient. We'll launch a new ESG era for Ethereum. Buckle up for the new wave of eco-friendly institutional investors to enter in the space. Now, I do see eco-friendly institutional investors getting into Ethereum because it's not as power hungry, right? But I don't think that's a defining feature, right? Bitcoin is still going to be number one for years to come, despite the fact that you have to mine it to mint more. Two, first deflationary crypto, EIP 1559%, of every ETH transaction fee is burned. We've been knowing that, having to deal with that. The merge, a significant reduction of ETH issuance to miners. Overall, Ethereum will be the first crypto to be fully deflationary. Decreased supply plus increased demand equals rocket ship. Technically, that's true, right? When you have a limited supply but an increased demand, obviously price goes up or something. How that will pan out the way they're expecting, I don't know. The third one is staking accessibility. This is what everybody's really wanting, right? Because you got a lot of people that locked up their Ethereum in the ETH 2.0, and it's kind of disturbing, right? Because you had the ST ETH Lido peg, depeg a little bit. I don't think it's exactly one for one. Let's go check that out. Actually, let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's look up. So ETH right now is at 1245. Let's look up ST ETH, and a lot of people do have their stuff locked up. So it's not exactly one for one. Instead of 1245, it's at 1207. And I had a lot of people worried because it was actually worse off a little bit earlier. So a lot of Ethereum is staked right now. A lot of people are betting on Ethereum. They got a little bit scared, a little bit shook up with the obvious downturn. So that once that comes out, once people are able to access that Ethereum, what's going to happen to the market? You think everybody will pull out? This is a question for the live stream, by the way. Do you think everybody will remove their Ethereum from that platform wherever they're staking that's currently locked, or do you think they will leave it in there and expect more of a return as some people pull out or move out of the stake feature? So accessibility of ETH network rewards to retail plus institutional investors, decentralized plus security in the network, equal access to consensus reward, one step closer to decentralized world. So anyways, those are just three things that Spage mentioned that, will be planned in the future, but just wanted to make sure that people understand that the biggest misconception about decreasing gas fees is not what the merge is intended for. The merge is to move to proof of stake, to get the ball moving on other faucets and other arenas. So don't think, hey, the rewards will drop, because that's 100% incorrect. Good morning, DJ Mines. How you doing, buddy? Awesome picture, by the way. I messaged you on Discord. So, I would be interested in joining you guys one day for whatever you guys do. You, Chump Change, a few guys, Max Voltage, have like some meeting. I forgot the name of it. One day. But I'm not often available during the evening like you guys are, unfortunately. So, other disturbing news, obviously, we knew that, we talked about this last week, Voyager and all these other ones, obviously are going down the hole, but we officially have acknowledgement from Celcius that they're claiming bankruptcy. They were looking good to kind of repay their loans and possibly have their users get their funds back. But obviously that fell short. There's still quite a bit off. How deep, who's to say? But the biggest thing is, because of Voyager, because of Celcius, because of, what was the other one? Babel, declaring bankruptcy, users losing their funds. First off, we always say this. Everybody's been preaching this. Not your keys, not your coins. Don't keep your money on exchange. Don't put more than you're willing to lose. All the other stuff that users say to try to help one each other out. But did this discourage you, the viewer? Did this discourage you, right? Like me, myself, I did participate in Celcius, right? There was a good, and see, that's the thing, right? It's a very attractive offer. You get an email, you get a tweet, you get a notification. Very attractive offer where it's like, oh, you can earn, 10% APY on such and such cryptocurrency. For short, it was Polygon-matic. It was 10% or a little bit above 10%. And I only put what I was willing to lose on it. So now those funds are now Celcius and the bankruptcy courts and all that stuff. So somebody's going to get those funds, not me, unfortunately. But it doesn't break my bank. I didn't put my life holdings in it. I'm not in a terrible position, but these are people's livelihood. People did believe in decentralized exchanges, put everything in it, and now the single mom, single dad, young teen, elderly gentleman that didn't believe in the government to have a social security for them, so they put it all into crypto, but then put it all on a central exchange. They don't have anything. And so a lot of them are contemplating something I don't want to talk about. But if you do need help, you're suffering from mental illness, and then this happens to you, please reach out to somebody. Please talk to a friend, family member, talk to one of us, tweet at me, something. Like, don't go down that dark path because you think there's no hope. You think because you lost all your money, there's no hope. There's some way that the people around you or your local environment, city, state, town can help you out. So please continue pushing forward. I know it sucks, but did you, as the viewer, put all your money into these platforms, and are you discouraged ever coming back to crypto? Like, you're done with crypto, you're never doing it again. That's what I want to know. Let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments below. $1.2 billion hole in the balance sheet. I thought it was 4.5. Shows that Celcius holds 4.3 billion of assets and 5.5 billion of liabilities. I thought it was 4.5. Maybe I read that wrong. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. All right, so let's see what we got going on in the chat. I think they will sell and may buy the dip at the time. I think they will sell and I may buy the dip at the time. All right, so he's talking about the Ethereum merge, when the merge actually happens and people have access to their stake ETH, they will sell, and Gandalf the Grey is going to be there with his bags ready to scoop up some Ethereum. Okay. BlockFi? Question mark. BlockFi got bought out by FTX because, hang on, let's go look it up. BlockFi, did they file bankruptcy yet? When was this date? When was the date of this one? That was July 12th. In the event of bankruptcy, your funds is secure, structured to be at the top of the capital stack, higher than BlockFi employee capital investor equity. This means BlockFi would take a loss before any client would. Funds are custodied by Gemini. Okay. That was June. But I think BlockFi, yeah. 3 EC files for bankruptcy, FTX and BlockFi. Let's see here. I think we talked about this last time. Meanwhile, troubled crypto lender BlockFi said it signed definitive agreement subject to shareholder approval with FTX US Crypto Exchange. An option to acquire BlockFi at a variable price of up to $240 million based on performance triggers. So I think BlockFi is okay, but I mean, realistically, we should not keep our money on exchanges. It's just what it boils down to. Where'd DJ Mines go? He left already? What would we talk about in the meeting? I just came in. DJ Mines, you still here? I'll talk to you offline. I'll talk to you offline. Discussion would be about mining in general, the future of mining, GPU mining, ASIC mining, the merge, Ethereum, a little bit of speculation of the future of cryptocurrency, and just what our individual plans are, because it's a live meeting amongst crypto miners. In shower listening? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna sing to you, but enjoy. All right. So let's see here. Earning a little APY. So I think CoinMarketCap took it off of their website, but there used to be a section where you could, like, interest calculators. Where is it at? Referral program. I think they took it off. Where did it go? Community, exchanges, Spotlight. They used to have that. I'm not sure where it went now, though. Blockchain Explorer, Converter. Actually, let's go look at the events calendar. So we got a network upgrade this Saturday from Monero. July 16th, which is today. Network upgrade on Monero. I don't know what this cryptocurrency is, but they got a community call tomorrow. SXP Solar AMA. All kinds of stuff coming up. It's nice that they added this in there. Horizon Weekly Insider every Monday. Okay, so that's just a meeting. Decentraland new submission fee. Basic Attention Token. Community call. And then we have the ECC5 conference. This is the largest annual European Ethereum event focused on technology and community. So that should be very interesting to see. That is coming up July 19th. If you're out there in the EU, good luck, have fun. Flux, we got Titan Beta, the enterprise level infrastructure powered by, I can't pronounce that, offers a simple way for everyone to participate in building on Web 3 and more and more. So very interesting. I haven't looked into the network upgrade yet. We'll undergo network upgrade July. All users will need to keep their favorite wallet up to date, update their nodes once it's released, and enjoy better digital cash afterwards. Interesting. I do need to update my wallet, so we'll see about that here shortly. All right, moving on. The 3 Arrows Capital founders are nowhere to be found. So this is what's discouraging people, right? We got Voyager, Celcius, Babel, many others. 3 Arrows Capital. This is putting a bad taste in people. These are the people that are making a bad name for cryptocurrency community in general. This is what's happening. They're putting a bad taste in everybody's mouth. They're discouraging people. They're not discouraging me, right? It's not the first time we had this happen. We had exchanges come and go. We had cryptocurrency Ponzi schemes. We had cryptocurrency, projects promised the world and failed to deliver. This is not new, and it won't be the last either. But I think this particular one, as much as it has impacted individuals, as much money as was inside of these platforms, that have now been lost or going to go get, muddied in filing. Because how long did it take for Mt. Gox to actually give people money back? I think they're still waiting. So this could be years in the making where people are not getting their money for years to come. So it's unfortunate, but this is what Satoshi Nakamoto was concerned about, is the government or the elite or the centralized exchanges taking a cryptocurrency that was meant to be powered, managed, and ran by the people and getting control of it so that way they can do whatever the hell they want with it. And that's why they want your money, right? They want your money. It's like a bank. It's no different than a bank. I get your money. I got $100,000 worth of client money, and then I go and invest it, or I go and place bets, and sometimes those are risky bets, and sometimes I lose. And so if they lose and the market crashes, you come to the bank, you're like, hey, I want my $100 back. I don't have your money to give you back. And it's no different than the banks, and it's quite unfortunate. It is not what Satoshi Nakamoto wanted for the cryptocurrency to be utilized. But it wasn't Bitcoin. It was primarily like altcoins, really, right? Obviously, there is some Bitcoin in there, but it kind of feels like it was mostly altcoins that people were betting on, that the centralized exchange will continue to pay them a high APY for a long period of time. Now we got Robinhood. I tweeted about it, even offering lending, right? Buyers will look for stocks, and they can find a buyer or a borrower for your stocks, and then you get a percentage back for stock lending. It's like we don't learn our lesson. This whole entire economy is built on borrowing, which I know it helps to a certain extent, but we're way over debt. Way over debt. So anyways, Three Arrows Capital, I'm not a financial expert, so I can't speak on this. I'm just talking nonsense, so don't listen to me on the financial front. But anyways, Three Arrows Capital founders nowhere to be found. So what is it? Since the proverbial, I'm gonna say this curse word, YouTube. So since shit hit the fan last month, founders Kyle Davis, Shu Zhu, have kept a very low profile. So low, in fact, that their whereabouts remain a mystery according to court documents. This week, CryptoBiz, blah, blah, blah. Liquidators can subpoena Three Arrows Capital founders despite tricky issues with crypto assets. We may not know their whereabouts, but it won't stop liquidators from subpoenaing the founders of Bankruptcy, Three Arrows Capital, also known as 3AC. The United States bankruptcy judge Martin Glean issued an order giving 3AC liquidator permission to demand that the founders attend court. Zhu and Davis haven't been cooperating with their liquidators. Zhu broke nearly 1 month silence this week by alleging that the liquidators baited his firm, whatever that means. Sadly, our good faith to cooperate with the liquidators was met with baiting. Hope they did exercise good faith. WRT stock war tokens warrants. The hell? Anyways, it's a stupid situation. It's a stupid situation. Grayscale legal officers Bitcoin ETF litigation could take 2 years. Multicoin Capital raises $430 million for new crypto startup fund. Playboy to launch its first meta mansion in the sandbox. That's gonna get a lot of people. Let's see here. Alrighty then. Well, Playboy is going to get its first mansion in the metaverse. Okay. Moving on. Why crypto popped this Friday? Honestly, market sentiment's getting a little bit better. I don't think it's really anything substantial that you need to worry about. Was it the ETH news? Possibly. That could have helped out, right? Market confidence has come back into play. I really don't. I don't think that we're due for a pump right now. There's a lot of concern in the market, right? As the euro falls below the dollar for the first time, then it gains parity with the US dollar. Matter of fact, let's go look that up to see where it is right now. Euro to USD or dollar. So yeah, it's compared to what it used to be in the past. The euro and US dollar are basically on equal footing. And there's a lot of shaking up in the market still, and I mean markets in general, not cryptocurrency. So I think there's still more pain to be felt. What's up, Chump Change? Check your Discord, brother, and let me know your thoughts. So just in case for anybody just joining in, DJ Mines did ask some questions. I am trying to reach. I already asked this question a while ago, but we didn't have a planned merge date yet. And now that we have a little bit more constructive time frame, right? You know, we got a target date set, and it could be before that or after that. I got 2 meetings planned. One is going to be Twitter Spaces, but I can only schedule 2 weeks out, where I would like fellow content creators, miners in the space to join me. I will have selected speakers that I will coordinate with offline. Then there will be a YouTube meeting, kind of like what we did with the EIP 1559 meeting, where on YouTube, you know, conversations amongst, you know, say for example, Bits Be Trippin'. Voscoin did say they would attend a while back, but that was a while back, and I got to get in touch with them, confirm. Brandon Coin, I believe, would like to attend, but it's very hard to reach them because they're always having people, you know, reach out to them, and it's very hard to keep up with everything. So the question to the community was, the fellow viewers, is, you know, your favorite content creators, favorite miners. I will have a lot of OGs in the space, but anybody new is welcome to attend. And I just want to have a meeting. We're going to discuss Ethereum, the future of Ethereum, the merge, GPU mining, cryptocurrency in general. It's just a meeting, kind of like what EIP 1559. I'll have more constructive information. I'll probably coordinate with Max Voltage, who's very knowledgeable on Ethereum in general. Bits Be Trippin' as well, to see, you know, if I can come up with some type of constructive layout timeline, or questions, concerns, topics, whatever we can talk about. But 2 major meetings. One on YouTube that I'm shooting for September before the merge, and then another one on Twitter that will be late August, early September, but I can only schedule it 2 weeks out. So stay tuned, subscribe, make sure you follow me on Twitter, and tag your favorite content creator. I would like to have them in the meeting, be involved, and see what's going on. Now, it's already 11:30, and I'm pretty much done with the topic. So please, let's discuss, let's talk. Right now, we've seen our brother, Son of a Tech, Blind Run. I think he shut down his mining farm mostly to do with internet. It wasn't so much power. It was to do with the internet. But Texas, obviously, getting hit with some serious heat waves, and it's been hot, period. It's been freaking hot. So Texas asked some mining operations to please shut down their rigs, and they did. They did, right? So miners will work with their low, but they need the electricity, right? So if you want to keep your electricity company on the good side, you're going to work with them. So miners, you know, not all, not 100%, but most of them did shut down to help, you know, take the load off of the electrical grid. And it's very interesting that you know, people who look at mining as evil, right, 100% evil in the world, don't see that it's actually a couple of good things that can come from this. One, if I wanted to build a plant in a particular area, I'm gonna have to work with certain political figures, local government officials, agencies, the electrical company, obviously, and that might help them expand or improve their infrastructure overall, which will help the local town community that it's in. I know it draws more power, yes, but if you have a more stable power being delivered, right, instead of what we see, the sine wave, right, where you have spikes, just like on your computer, you have spikes in your load line calibration. You want it to be as smooth as possible. Whether you're overclocked, underclocked, you want the power to be as smooth as possible. So having these facilities, being smart, right? We don't want to load up a bunch of Bitcoin mining facilities on one central location that's going to overload the network or the electrical grid or cause havoc, cause issues. Obviously, you want to be smart, which is why these miners are spacing it out. The large-scale operations are improving infrastructure in their area, but we'll have to see how things pan out in the long run. I'm interested to see the updates from Mike on his containers and stuff like that. But yeah, Son of a Tech I believe shut down because of more of internet issues than anything. But Texas asked miners to Let's turn it off for a little bit. Crypto mining capacity in U.S. rivals energy use of Houston findings show. Energy use will continue to grow as more and more miners, especially from the Asian market, still are coming over, especially once everything kind of turns down, right? What I mean by that is basically the market itself, right? GPU pricing is getting even lower. ASICs are getting cheaper. There's still more pain possibly to come in the market. I really do believe there's still going to be another dip down in the crypto market, which is going to shake out even more people, which is going to lead to even more miners getting out. And in an upcoming video, you will see that what you see right now on eBay, as far as GPUs being sold from miners and entire mining rigs and stuff like that, is only just the beginning. Stay tuned. You'll see it in the update video. But yeah, this is some of the pricing in Asia. We got a 3060 going for, it's down 6.2%. Where's the actual pricing? Here it is. Okay. So this is kind of equal to what we're seeing, right? So 3080, 12 gig, 699, but the 10 gig is 685. 3070, 506. I seen 3060 Ti's 430 or less. That's 100% true. 3090 Ti 1415. And Jay's 2 cents did a video saying that he's never seen this before, where Nvidia has actually slashed prices. And I think things are gonna get better, yes. But just like that wound that you got a bandage over, you got to rip it off, and it's gonna take time to heal. It's really going to take time to heal. So let's see here. All right, thank you, Chump Change. I'll hit you up offline. So the Firo pump was nice for a short period. Yeah, that was pretty nice. What was it? Let me see here. Where did I post it? I think I posted it on Twitter. Where did I post it? All right, Ethereum. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about with Robinhood. With stock lending, leave it to us. We'll work to find borrowers and lending out shares from your portfolio, receiving automatically monthly payments for any loans that they share out. Sell your shares at any time and realize gains and losses as you would otherwise. And it gives you more information. Anyways, this is pretty cool. James Webb Telescope, absolutely beautiful picture. All those various galaxies. That's just nuts. These are all galaxies. Isn't that crazy? Those specks are galaxies. Great piece from Gamers Nexus that we saw this week. Where is my tweet about Firo? I'm pretty sure I did, didn't I? Neoxia popping off as we seen before. That was a crazy avalanche. Yeah, where did it go? I guess I didn't post it. Maybe I posted it in the wrong account. But yeah, Firo profits looking pretty good right now. My rigs. This is just looking at my rigs, which of course is a mixed rig of AMD and Nvidia. Neoxia, it has been fighting Ethereum for that #1 spot. It really just depends on the overall market conditions. Red Panda is tired of talking about Ethereum. I'm tired of talking about Ethereum. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about Ethereum or talking about Ethereum. We're ready to move on, and we're ready for the next coin to take over. Neoxia seems eager to get in that spot, but of course, this is what we call spec mining. There's a lot of engagement. Chump Change done some great content on the gaming aspect. How you can game to earn, stuff like that. Profits are down actually compared to when we first started getting in. Before it was on this mining calculator, as I'm sure you know, right? Chump Change and many were talking about Rust, the game, and how you could play to earn. But you could actually mine this coin before it was on this calculator, and the profits were actually not too bad. And now, because the network hash rate has gone up, wow, to 223 gigahash. I was back here when it was below 100 gigahash, like 70 something gigahash. Not even here, a little bit further. Like late June, early July, somewhere in there. It was only a few gigahash, and now we're up to 223 gigahash, which obviously is going to impact us. A lot of people are moving on to Zerg pool. This is good though. This is good. Let me get out of your way. What I'm seeing here is what I want to see. So up here, let me zoom in. Oh, no, can't zoom in. The highest I can zoom in? Yeah, that's the highest. All right, so you see how this says 44% of known hash rate on newpool.pw? That's good, because before, I'm sure some of you can attest, we had like 50% of the network hash rate on one pool. You never want to do that. I know it wasn't likely that somebody with 51% attack the network because it's so new, blah, 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 whatever. But you never want to have, as a miner, it's our responsibility to look at the pools, be like, okay, this pool has too much hash rate. I'm going to go ahead and move to others. And that's what I'm seeing here. Good job, guys. We moved over to our plant. We moved over to Zergpool. Zergpool was down here, actually. Neoxia.net was up a little bit higher. So we're distributing our hash rate not as evenly across the board, but more evenly, right? So we got a lot of people in the EU that like to mine this new coin. And you can see the hash rate just jumping up. Now, what I think is happening on Zergpool, because you can kind of see a dip here, it goes from about 24 gigahash down to 17 gigahash, and then spikes back up to 22 gigahash, is people using nice hash to buy hash power. They're using the marketplace to buy hash power and mine Noxia. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. All right, I know people already said it in the comments, but what if we're both right? Anyways, they're using the hash power to buy hash rate mining power to mine this coin, get a bag, and then call it a day. So you're seeing an increase and then a quick dip, increase and a quick dip. But some of these other pools are just mining steadily. Also, Zergpool offers, and I'm not sure of our plant. Let's go look. Zergpool offers a way for users to immediately get paid out in Litecoin. So rather than getting paid out in the cryptocurrency you're trying to mine, you can get paid out in Litecoin, Bitcoin, what have you. What I would say is Litecoin, because of the cheapest fees. Plus, if you notice, Trade Ogre is the only pair that they have for this particular cryptocurrency is Litecoin. The fees are cheaper, transactions are just as quick, and you don't have all this volatility that you would normally see with Bitcoin. But I have a feeling that even though we're rising up right now, that people are probably going to hold on to their bags, and then we're going to have a price dip here shortly. That volume has increased quite significantly in buying volume. Maybe people are just buying it outright because they believe this particular project is going to pop off. Who's to say? All right, this is what we call spec mining. It's basically throwing darts and hoping something sticks. Neoxia is not even on CoinMarketCap yet. So let's go look for, actually maybe I was typing it right. NeoX. I don't think that's the same one. Yeah, that's not the same one. Let's go to CoinGecko. Neoxia. So it's good to see a different coin kind of take over. So proof of game 10%, proof of work 85%, kind of take over. A lot of people have covered this particular cryptocurrency for quite some time. You guys are going to need to make your own decision on whether you think this project is going to be around for a long time. I know people like play to earn games. That's really what draws them in. But you know, price is dependent upon utility. What is the utility of this particular currency? So we'll see how things pan out. Maybe there's some updates. Maybe there's some increased changes, utility that comes out and makes this coin pop off. But we need somebody to step up and take over for Ethereum. 100%. We need that. Raven Coin, Ethereum Classic, Neo, Conflux, Ergo, Flux itself, right? Like, Flux has fallen off quite a bit. I would like to see it get back to where it was. It depends on the cards you have, right? Of where they sit in the most profitable. But for right now, me, my rigs, my setup, me and my household, it's Neo, it's Raven Coin, it's Ethereum, and that's pretty much it. And I was able to get Kapow finally stable. I know I could push the clocks, but I finally got it stable 24/7 on all my rigs in the hot environment, in the hot grow tent. So I found my sweet spot, and I can easily switch over to that core intensive algo. I do jump I do jump about 300 to 400 watts in power draw when I switch to Kapow. But, if the price of this coin maintains and continues to go up, and it's profitable to continue to mine, even though we're getting reduced profits now due to the increased network hash rate and difficulty, then I could see people continuing to mine that coin, especially those who are mining it and then instantly trading it out for Litecoin. But see, in situations like this, when you're auto exchanging it, if you got a bunch, if you got 100,000 down here when it was 750 sats or whatever they call it for LTC versus 2450, and you instantly transacted to Litecoin, you're actually going to be less than if you would to hold the bag and then sell right now. But the catch-22 is if the cryptocurrency takes a huge dip and you're getting those instant payments for Litecoin, then you would do better than for the person that held on for long term. So it's a catch-22. It's a risk we all play. Do I mine the coin directly and hold and then sell on an exchange? In this case, right now would be a good time to sell if I had a huge bag. But long term, you believe in the project, you're hanging onto the bag, cryptocurrency takes off, new utilities come out, it starts to pop, and then you sell then. Otherwise, people are just auto exchanging using Zerg pool or whatever, and then go from there. Now, I did talk about solo mining. Solo mining is very much profitable. But if you don't have uptime, stability in your rigs keep restarting, your internet goes down quite frequently, your cat runs into the power button, don't solo mine, right? You need to be able to maintain uptime, stability, and the system run 24/7, no problems, for you to really make that solo mining extra profitable versus party mining, just FYI. So what is the power draw of Neoxia compared to Ethereum? So for my setup, it jumps from, and my setup has very inefficient cards. I want you to know that. My setup has very inefficient GPUs in it, but it jumps from 42, 43 to 48. Right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So about 3 to 500 watts depending is what the power draw jumps up for me. But obviously depends on the card, depends on what you're working with, conditions, stuff like that. But it is very much profitable to mine, so we'll see. Any last minute questions? I'm going to end early here. I will get some things done for my family and then try to communicate with all the colleagues in the space. Chump change, I'll circle back with you. Let's see here. Any questions? So Black Cat asked what the power draw was. Crypto Noob says they're on our plant. And let's go look at some more video cards news real quick. Yeah, Chump Change has grown quite a bit. Thoughts on ETC? So Ethereum Classic, I believe, this is one of the reasons why if I had the availability, I would love to come on the show you guys do, Roundtable, as a guest only. That's your show. I'm not trying to intrude. But Ethereum Classic that Chump Change asked what my thoughts were is a coin that I can see a lot of the mining community switching to very easily. That and Ergo, right? Because the clocks will be relatively the same. It's a very easy transition to turn your rigs and point towards that pool and mine said cryptocurrency. It is still very much profitable to mine Ethereum Classic, even with my setup, right? We'll be making about, if you care about fiat, $19 a day, or almost $10 after electricity at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Obviously, that varies depending on your location, your cost per electricity, stuff like that. But Ethereum Classic is the OG Ethereum that said code is law. They didn't opt to change anything. They wanted to keep, with all its flaws, right? It's like loving your spouse with all their flaws, undevoted, I forgot what the word is. Unconditional love, right? You love it with all its flaws, and you're not going to change a thing about it. Ethereum Classic is that, and I can see a lot of people moving their rigs very easily to it, especially as we're seeing an increase in ETC crypto mining hardware, ETC hash, right? Polo, which by the way, thanks for screwing me over, iPolo, for dedicated miners. We're getting very efficient Is that Jazz Miner? Yeah, Jazz Miner 520 mega hash, 240 watts, very efficient. Also, obviously, very costly. So we may see more, and I believe the EIP, right? So EIP, Ethereum Improvement Proposal, the EIPs that they have can be technically implemented on Ethereum Classic. So there are some improvements if they choose to go that route that Ethereum Classic can undergo to kind of make it a little bit more like Ethereum and kind of gain some of that market cap or gain some of that market share from the original Ethereum once it moves away. But I think it's going to be here for a little bit. I believe I would say Ethereum Classic is the number one coin that miners will switch to. I like the project. I believe there's some improvements or upgrades in the running. Actually, let's find out. Ethereum ETC upgrades. Yeah, so that was last year. Classic history, upgrade your ETC nodes. That was January. So if they just got to continue to make improvements, and that's really the problem with all these projects, right? Their mining profitability is good, but we need them to continue to build, like Ravencoin, brother, team, fam, do something. I'm happy with the assets. I'm grateful for the assets. We need more utility out of you. Let's go. I know it's a lot of work. And honestly, I don't think there's enough devs in the space to go around. Like venture capitalists go and buy a bunch of devs or poach them to come work on their project. That thing skyrockets, and then they move on to the next one, right? They get their profits and they move on to the next one. It's like a never-ending game of coin pump, take profits, move on, and build on the next one. And a lot of people are moving into non-mineable coins, unfortunately. But we do need some development. I need to see some development. I need to see some improvement on Ravencoin. I really do. I need to see some form of utility. Beam started to pop off, but there were some lagging indicators there that was causing it to show high in the profitability. But I don't see anything major that sticks out to me. I could be wrong about that. If you're from the Beam community, let me know. I would love to interview some of these project leaders like Tron Black and stuff like that. But many others have covered it already. So Ethereum Classic, I can see easily being the one that everybody goes to. Ergo just as much. I don't think the core intensive coins are what people are going to go to unless they are like this. At the top of the charts, Ethereum is nowhere to be found, and that's what's going to draw users in. Oh, it's very profitable. Let me go to it, because miners will always go to whatever the most profitable coin is, unfortunately, versus the utility. Long-winded answer to your question. Sorry about that. And I think that was more for the crypto community. Chump Change probably has their own thoughts on the particular topic. HiveOS just had an update for Conflux that makes it competitive for AMD GPUs to mine. That's awesome. About time, because Conflux was not doing too good on AMD. Yeah, AMD. I think AMD, by the way, is going to take more market share than you guys think. By the way, I think AMD is going to surprise us this next generation. Just FYI, just my crystal ball theory. I think AMD is going to surprise Nvidia and us this next generation. We'll see. We'll see. I hope none of my fellow content creators bought the A380 from Intel. And overpaid for it in any form or fashion. I really hope you guys didn't. There's a lot of bugs, a lot of things. It's not going to perform very well. There needs to be some driver optimizations. They're working on it. I would really wait. Maybe we'll check out the A750, A770. Honestly, the only way that I can afford to continue to buy these GPUs, especially if they're crap, is if you guys continue to support the channel through the Doge Lord store, through donations, the thanks, super chats, because it's hard for everybody right now. And if you're doing comfortable, great. If your bills are paid, 100% great. My bills are paid. I gotta coast. I gotta cruise. I can't go splurging a lot of money on this hardware right now. I gotta maintain my cash position. Now I'm interested in this. Thermaltake is ready for a high-end RTX 4000 series, and we can see here that they actually have two 12 VHP WR. So that's for their GPU, right? So we can power, that's 600 watts times 2. That's 1200 watts just in GPU power that can be delivered right here on this power supply. And it's a 1600 watt power supply. So you only really have 400 watts left over, or well, 450 left over for your peripherals. So CPU, let's say CPU is 150, maybe 160, fans, RGB, all that stuff. That's going to be maxing out that power supply if you were running at 600 watts. So either way, it's future ready. I'm interested to see how it performs. I'm interested to see how Gamers Nexus does their testing, right? That would be very interesting to see, is how this thing can handle transient loads especially. So we'll see how things go. Long-winded answer here. Hold my beer. Max Voltage. I give you a long... Max, you do have some long-winded answers, but it's very knowledgeable. It's very knowledgeable. And I appreciate that. No more GPs for me. Yeah, man. LOL farms off. Personally, got to get it up for a bit myself, though, before ETH is gone. Speculating will go up in price. I am, too. So I believe Ethereum is... People are going to buy the rumor and sell the news. And we're going to see, let's go to TradingView real quick. We're going to see an increase in Ethereum price leading up to the merge. We may see a dip after the merge, but I still think there's some pain to be felt in the market. DJ Mines knows what I'm talking about. So just hang tight, stack your sats, keep some cash on hand, that dirty fiat, because I have a feeling the market's going to take even bigger of a hit. But if we buy the rumor and sell the news, we could get up to, 1,500, 1,800 range. Prior to the merge, we could, if everybody's buying it right before the merge to stake or whatever. But there's still a lot of fear in the market. And that would be a hell of a shot to jump up from 12, almost 1,300 to 1,500, then into 1,800. So, but people are going to want to get involved. Like, Ethereum is so expensive, but it's not expensive. I don't know how to explain that. Like, if I had the money to buy Ethereum outright to get the bag that I would like to see, I would, and I should have when it was way back in the day, and I had the opportunity, right? When it was a couple $100. But I didn't. So we'll have to see. I mean, look, the first thing, the coin was how much? At the lowest, like $20. And now here it is, $1,200, a high of almost 5,000. There's a future for Ethereum. Miners, stack the sats while you can, stack that GUI while you can, because once it goes away, there will be other coins to mine. Mining will not die. It just may not be as profitable for a while until the market recovers, gets its shit together, and goes from there. So we'll see how it goes. Forever Metalhead, thank you for the 99 cents. The good thing is you gave me exactly $1 USD now. Because it's 99 cents. You gave me exactly $1 because you're ahead by 1 cent. Well, actually, you gave me 90. Damn it, you gave me 98 cents. Damn you. That's funny. Yeah, so 90. What do you give me? 0.99. No, you gave me $1. You gave me $1. That's what I thought. You gave me exactly $1. Here you go. Here's some math for you. 99 cents. $1. Appreciate you. So I had to shut off, just like max voltage, I had to shut off my rigs because of the heat. Not so much because of the power cost, but because of the heat. It is getting really hot in Florida. AC has a hard time keeping up. So during the days, it's a two birds, one stone situation. During the peak time of heat is also the peak time of electricity costs. So the rigs are down for a couple hours or a few hours during that time. Then it starts to cool down, turn the rigs back on, start mining away. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for everybody stopping by. Don't forget, two very important meetings. It is going to take some time to get there, right? Because we're only in July. So again, important meeting on YouTube with our fellow content creators and miners in the space. Stay tuned. Follow me for updates. Also, a Twitter Spaces meeting, which will be scheduled 2 weeks in advance. I'll let you guys know about that. Just follow me on Twitter. Keep up to date. But do me a favor on the way out. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description to help support the channel, like dojlord.com, where you can get some sweet SerpentX merch and much more, even Red Panda and others on there. Yeah, just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you next one.